MySQL is a technical topic, and whenever you're dealing with a technical topic, it's a good idea to agree on the terminology involved in the discussion. I'll cover some of the more general terms here in this movie, and I'll cover more specific terms as they come up. Also, at the end of each movie, you'll find a slide recapping terms covered in that movie. DBMS is Database Management System. This is the software package that manages the data in the database. MySQL is a DBMS. The DBMS stores, retrieves, searches, updates, and deletes data in the database. It also typically controls access to the data. A DBMS may be used directly by users or may be used programmatically by another computer program that requires the use of a database. A storage engine is the part of the DBMS that stores and accesses the data. The storage engine includes mechanisms for indexing, searching, and selectively locking portions of the data in the database. Different storage engines may be optimized for different types and purposes of data. SQL, Structured Query Language, is a language for interacting with a DBMS. SQL is by far the most popular language for this purpose. SQL is used by both users and programs to interface with the DBMS. A database is the store of data, usually stored on disk, but may be stored in memory or somewhere else. It's often stored in a system of files in the file system, sometimes in a single file. The term is used to refer generically to the place where the data lives, so the file system itself is actually a form of a database. A database is typically segregated into tables. Each table has its own configuration and usually carries its own class of data, like a country table or an album table. Tables are typically organized in rows and columns. A row usually represents all the information in a given record of data. For a given country in the country table, a single row would have the name, continent, region, etc. for the single country. Or for an album in the album table, the title, artist, and label for a given album. A column represents all like items across multiple rows. The names of all the countries would be in the name column of the country table, or the artist for all the albums would be in the artist column of the album table. Columns are sometimes called fields, a more general term that applies also to non-relational databases. Likewise, rows are sometimes called records. An individual item of data is sometimes called a cell. A cell is one place in a table that can hold one value. It is one column in one row. These are the major terms that will be used during this course. More specific terms will be covered in individual lessons as they come up along the way. Also, at the end of each movie, you'll find a slide recapping terms covered in that movie.